Hi, my name is Vicky Villarreal. I'm one of the career coaches and an admissions counselor at UW Green Bay. I'm so excited to have a chance to talk to you all about social media and how it can affect you in your future. So, social media plays an important role in our lives, especially during times like these where we virtually connect with others on a daily basis. Today, we are going to discuss how we can use our social media profiles for the better while avoiding potentially negative situations. We will discuss what our online brand looks like and how it can influence decisions of college admissions personnel and future employers as well. Before we get started, let's talk a little bit about UW Green Bay. We are 4 campuses, but we are one university. We have locations in Marinette, Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan. We are proud to offer associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees at all locations and master's and a doctoral program at the Green Bay campus. With having 4 locations, we are also able to serve 16 counties in the northeast area of Wisconsin. We would love to hear a little bit about you. So if you want to take a moment, just scan the QR code on the screen, and it'll have you fill out some information about yourself. While you do that, let me tell you why you should come to UW Green Bay. Number one, access. Like I mentioned before, we serve 16 counties in northeast Wisconsin. Also, with our additional locations now offering limited bachelor's degrees, students are able to stay local to their community. Number two, we're small. Our class averages range between 15 to 30 students depending on what campus you're on, and this really allows you to get to know your teachers and for them to get to know you. Number three, opportunities. Green Bay is the third largest city in the state of Wisconsin. With this, there are a lot of companies that we partner with for internships and research. Also, our additional location cities have larger companies like Marinette Marine and Acuity. Number four, natural beauty. 3 out of 4 of our campuses are located right on Lake Michigan or the Bay of Green Bay. Sheboygan is located in a large wooded terrain. And number five, affordable. Tuition ranges from just over $5,000 to just under $8,000 per year. To keep in mind other costs like housing and meal plans as well. Now that I've convinced you that Green Bay is your dream school, we can talk about social media. Let's take a moment to reflect on this question. What was the last thing you posted on social media? What was your intent when you posted it? Did you think about what you were posting before you posted it? We're going to watch a quick little video about the do's and don'ts when it comes to social media. When we're talking about social media, we have to be sure to discuss TikTok. TikTok is the #1 social media app used around the globe. They have the right to use, reproduce, edit, and publish your photos and videos at any time. They have access to your recorded video and private messages. And 90% of TikTok users still access the app on a daily basis. Are you in that 90%? Did you know TikTok had the ability to do any of those things? We also have to talk about Instagram. So some quick facts. Users have shared over 50 billion photos to date. Over 100 million photos and videos are uploaded every single day. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed person on Instagram. Posting photos grants Instagram a license to use them. And Instagram has permission to use your username, picture, and information. It's really important that you know what permissions you've granted your social media apps. And all of those permissions are granted when you click I accept the terms and conditions. So maybe looking over those isn't such a bad idea. Did you know anyone could track your location online? Many don't know that Snapchat Maps is automatically enabled unless you opt out. And checking in on Facebook also allows anyone to see exactly where you are and when. And this can have very real consequences. So, when we talk about your personal brand, we are talking about your digital tattoo. And your digital tattoo is permanent and it's easy for people to see. And privacy settings, like the ones we were just talking about, don't necessarily erase your digital tattoo. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in just a second. When reflecting on those recent social media posts that we talked about in the beginning, were they negative or positive? You have to be cautious about how you portray yourself online. Take as an example these two tweets. What would be the potential consequences for these? For the top one, best case scenario, no one sees it. Worst case scenario, the teacher sees it and it affects the classroom environment, all because of a rant. For the second tweet, the worst case scenario is that the teacher sees it and he feels flattered. You want to be really mindful about what you're posting and who could potentially see it. Obviously, social media can create some risks in high school. People have been suspended and expelled due to cyberbullying others, participating in illegal activities, spreading hate speech, making threats, and degrading the school and teachers. Not only does that affect your high school education, it can also affect anything you choose to do after high school, especially if you continue to your education and you have to explain an expulsion to an admissions committee. You have to think about what these consequences could be. Like I just mentioned, your digital tattoo can impact your college admissions positively and negatively. Social media can help you celebrate your admissions, such as with these Snapchats that you can see. It can also help you get admitted if you're interested in something that requires you to have some experience. Being able to show that on social media can be really helpful. But your digital tattoo can also impact you being admitted into a college or university. It can also get your admissions rescinded, as you can see from this headline. Social media can affect your employment too. 1 in 10 people have been fired or rejected from a job because of their social media profiles. Anyone with access to your profile can inform your employer about what it is that you're posting. Think about how many times you've heard about some scandalous thing that happened at someone's business on social media and the reaction from that business. Like, what do you think happened to this employee right here that worked at Taco Bell? Now, think about your own personal brand and what it means to you and how you can make appropriate changes to it. First, check your privacy settings. Go through all of your social media accounts and make sure your privacy settings are how you want them to be. Look over your friends list. Do you know everyone on there, or are some people strangers and wild cards with access to your social media? Remove anything you wouldn't want someone with influence in your life to see. Whether those people are your employers or educators, what would they think of you if they stumbled on your account? And before you post something, think about it. How will it change your digital tattoo? Is this how you want to be perceived as? With this in mind, we can finish up our presentation. If you have any questions or want to stay connected or didn't think you'd be interested in GB, but now that you've heard me speak, you are totally in, go ahead. Here's the same QR code. Send us your information and we'll have one of our admissions counselors get in contact with you. And I really hope we get to hear from you soon. Thank you.